What if I told you that you could get a 5,000x speed up on your code, not by rewriting it yourself, but by letting an evolutionary algorithm do it for you? In this video, I'll show you how the AlphaEvolve skill turns Claude Code from a one-shot code generator into an iterative optimizer that evolves your code toward measurable objectives automatically. Here's the problem every developer faces when trying to optimize code with an LLM. First, there's no feedback loop. The model doesn't know if its suggestion actually helped. You benchmark manually, rephrase your prompt, and the model starts fresh every time. Second, you only get single-shot exploration. One idea per prompt. Maybe it's good, maybe not. There's no breadth of search. Third, there's no accumulated knowledge. Attempt 3's failure doesn't inform attempt 7. You carry all the context in your head. And fourth, there's no population diversity. You follow a single line of reasoning, and if it leads to a local optimum, you're stuck. You're closing the feedback loop manually, one prompt at a time. This is exactly the problem the AlphaEvolve skill solves. So what does evolutionary optimization give you? This approach is inspired by Google DeepMind's AlphaEvolve, which uses LLMs as mutation operators within an automated evaluation loop. The insight is that a single LLM call produces plausible code, but only iterative, metric-driven selection produces optimal code. Instead of you manually closing that feedback loop, the skill does it automatically. Real measurements drive selection. We're talking actual scores from your benchmarks or a structured evaluation rubric, not LLM intuition. Knowledge accumulates. Each generation's prompt includes what worked, what didn't, and why. Multiple candidates compete. A population of diverse solutions evolves in parallel across isolated islands, and the process improves itself. Successful strategies inform future mutations automatically. The result? You invoke one command and get back measurably better code with a full audit trail of every attempt, score, and strategy that was tried. Getting started is simple. One command to install, no external dependencies. It's plain ESM JavaScript that runs on Node.js 18 and above. Just run npx skills add with the GitHub URL, specify the skill name, and choose your agent. That's it. As you can see here, the installation completes in seconds, and you're ready to start optimizing code immediately. You trigger the skill with natural language. Just say evolve or optimize followed by what you want to improve. For a basic optimization, you say, evolve the function process items in /pipeline.py. You can add a specific goal, like reduce memory allocations. You can include a test command to prevent broken mutations from surviving. And you can specify a benchmark for empirical scoring. The skill infers parameters from your request and asks clarifying questions if anything is missing. A quick tip, be specific about your goal. Always provide tests when available, and use more iterations for harder problems. 5 iterations for quick checks, 10 to 20 for standard optimization, and 30 or more for deep search. Here's what happens during a run. The skill validates inputs, establishes a baseline score, and then starts the evolutionary loop. In this example, the baseline scores 0.5 on efficiency. Iteration 1 improves to 0.6 by replacing repeated list index calls with a dictionary lookup. Iteration 2 tries generator-based streaming but scores lower, no improvement there. That's fine. Iteration 3 merges 2 sequential passes into one loop and reaches 0.7. Iteration 4 breaks downstream callers and gets discarded by the test gate. And Iteration 5 uses a counter with early exit, reaching 0.8. Not every mutation improves. The power comes from selection across many attempts, not from any single generation being perfect. After all iterations complete, the skill presents the best implementation and asks whether to apply it to your source file. Let me show you a real example. Here's a naive shortest paths implementation. It uses a linear scan to find the minimum distance unvisited node each iteration. See this inner loop highlighted in red? It scans all nodes every single iteration, giving us O of V squared complexity. The node not visited check is also O of V because visited is a plain list. This is a textbook case where the algorithm choice dominates performance, and micro-optimizations on this structure won't help. We need a fundamentally different approach. After running the AlphaEvolve skill, the evolutionary loop discovered the textbook optimization. It replaced the linear scan with a min heap and uses lazy deletion instead of a visited set. The highlighted lines show the key changes. A heap replaces the linear scan, and when a node has already been processed with a shorter distance, it simply skips it. That's the lazy deletion pattern. Look at these benchmark results. On 100 nodes, we go from 2.3 milliseconds to 0.1, a 23x speedup. At 500 nodes, it's 192x faster. At 1,000 nodes, 739x. At 2,000 nodes, nearly 2,700x. And at 3,000 nodes with 50,000 edges, we see over 5,000x speedup. This is a fundamental algorithmic leap from O of v squared to O of v plus E log v, the kind of improvement that population-based search enables. When should you reach for this skill? It works best on functions with clear performance characteristics, like loops, algorithms, and data transforms. It's great for unoptimized first drafts and known bottlenecks. It shines on self-contained logic where you can measure success, whether that's latency, memory usage, or a quality score. And it's ideal for problems where multiple valid strategies exist. On the flip side, don't use it for trivial getters and setters, code that's already been hand-tuned to near-optimal pure I/O wrappers, or cases where the answer is straightforward. The key requirement is that you can measure success. If you can define a score, the evolutionary loop can optimize toward it. Now let's look at the high-level design. The skill splits work across 3 components, each playing to its strengths. First, the skill.md orchestrator handles judgment and coordination. It decides what to do next, how to assemble prompts, when to retry, and how to report progress. These are judgment-heavy decisions that benefit from LLM reasoning. Second, the scripts handle deterministic computation. The database manages the population of candidates, while the CLI exposes it as shell commands. Sampling a parent, pruning islands, handling migration, these need precision and speed, not LLM interpretation. Third, the sub-agents handle focused creative work. The mutation agent generates code variants, and the evaluator scores them. Neither has memory of the other or of the broader loop state, which keeps them focused and objective. The key insight: scripts don't hallucinate, sub-agents get full LLM power, and the orchestrator stays lean. The island model is what prevents premature convergence. Rather than a single flat population where early high scorers would dominate, the database maintains 3 separate subpopulations that evolve semi-independently. Each island holds up to 40 candidates. Within each island, there's a 70-30 split between exploitation and exploration, meaning it mostly builds on the best candidates but occasionally tries random starts to discover new directions. Periodically, top performers from each island are copied to others through migration. This cross-pollinates breakthroughs across islands, and the lowest scorers are automatically pruned when islands fill up. This is why 10 iterations with a population outperforms 10 sequential rewrites. Different islands can explore completely different optimization strategies in parallel. The evaluation pipeline is multi-stage. Every candidate goes through 3 checks. First, the correctness gate runs your test command. If tests fail, the candidate is discarded immediately with a score of 0. No wasted LLM calls on broken code. Second, an LLM as judge subagent scores code quality across 6 dimensions: algorithmic efficiency, idiomatic usage, anti-pattern detection, memory efficiency, I/O and resources, and concurrency. Each dimension gets a score out of 10. Third, if you provided a benchmark command, its output is combined with the LLM score. The final score is either the LLM score alone or the average of LLM and benchmark scores. This standardized rubric means every candidate across all iterations is judged by the same criteria. Context assembly is what makes iteration productive rather than random. Before the loop starts, the skill extracts the target function's dependencies, imports, called functions, type signatures, into a reusable context file. Every mutation prompt includes 4 key sections: the task description, the extracted context, the evaluation history from top-performing candidates, and the constraints. But here's the critical part. The prompt evolves over time. Iteration 1 gets only the base context. By iteration 5, the prompt includes 4 previous attempts with their scores. By iteration 10, it includes the top strategies from all islands. This is why attempt 8 can build on attempt 3's insight. The loop has memory that a single prompt doesn't. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways. First, skills turn patterns into reusable workflows. The manual optimize benchmark retry loop is something we all do. Encoding it as a skill means one command instead of managing the cycle yourself. Second, let each component do what it's best at. The orchestrator handles judgment, scripts handle computation, and sub-agents handle creativity. This split keeps the system reliable, fast, and creative where it needs to be. Third, population diversity prevents local optima. The island model with migration beats sequential rewrites every time. Fourth, the evaluator determines the ceiling. Specific goals, tests, and benchmarks give the evolutionary loop the selection pressure it needs. Without measurement, you're just generating, not optimizing. And fifth, context assembly makes iteration productive. Evaluation history lets attempt 8 build on attempt 3's insight. Stop optimizing manually. Let the loop run. One command to evolve your code toward measurable objectives. Population-based search finds what no single prompt can reach. The AlphaEvolve skill is open source and available on GitHub. Check it out, give it a try on your own code base, and see what kind of improvements the evolutionary loop can discover. For more details, visit wisebuilder.dev. Thanks for watching, and if you found this useful, don't forget to like and subscribe.